Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Apple report for Wednesday, March 15th, 2023. Before I click on all the charts, I just want to encourage you to please click like every time you watch the daily Apple report and subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. Also, check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer daily video analysis like you see in the Apple and Tesla in both the daily Triple Q report and the daily SPY report, the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 ETFs, two individual stock picks every single week you never see on YouTube. On Tuesday, we put out United Health Group as a stock pick. We also do weekly S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, and the long bond TLT, all for a single subscription price. And the reason I'm going through all this is this week through Friday, kind of a St. Patrick's Day offer, 25% off your first month. And just click on the coupon code or click on the link and enter the coupon code LUCKY2023. It's not case sensitive. It could be all caps, doesn't have to be. And it will take you there, and 25% off your first month. You can check us out. If you don't like what you see, we do offer a 5-day money back, no questions, money back guarantee. So there's that. Let's take a look at the charts. I like to start with the big picture and work my way in. We came off of long-term support in early January, then mentioning the possibility of this 169.78 long-term channel top as reachable at some point in 2023. Over the following month, 6 weeks or so, we did push through this long-term resistance at 140.25, then setting up a 3 to 5 month buy signal to 172.31, which remains in play. We're a month and a half into that buy signal, and so there's plenty of time left for that to realize. And so getting back to kind of the near term, just a reminder that over the last couple of weeks, we've 2 or 3 times tested this rising 2/3 speed line that today is at 148.87. This is your base of support for the week, and above which we're anticipating the upper 150s over the next week or two. And for the day itself, there is a trend line we pushed through yesterday. I'm not a big fan of pure mere trend lines. I like speed lines and channel formations. Trend lines are supplementary for me, but when it's this simple, I do say that if we do close today above 152.17, that may be a 3 to 5 day indication for 159.46. It's considered a 1 to 2 week target anyway, as shown here. But getting up and over 152.17 and closing above it should yield this by the end of next week or sooner. Now, for the day itself, 152.17, we actually closed higher than that, so we could easily open above it. And if we do, 153.83 is likely. That is the high settlement price from about a week and a half ago. We can top out there on an intraday basis. If we push through 153.85, 157.50 is in reach by the closing bell, where a daily high can be placed. 157.50 is nothing more than this October high. We came very close to testing it back in early February. I think it was 157.38. So we will likely reach it again. I'm going to say again, if we happen to push today through 153.83. So the day trade is constructive above 152.17, assuming we open above it, depending on the kind of trading you do and how quickly you trade. If you take just a few points out of the market, a point, or whatever the case might be, just know that 153.83, you may consider taking some profits there. But just know that this market is bullish through the rest of the week, into April trade actually above 148.87 the next couple of weeks, and expecting this upper 150s, low 160s. So I'm not crazy about being an aggressive short seller here unless you've got a good reason to do so. And I don't think 153.83 is a good enough reason to do so. I do think 157.50 is a great area to sell if taking profits by opening above 152.17. Closing, of course, above 157.50. We're just a day away, probably tomorrow, from testing this meaningful resistance in the 159.46 to 160.49 area, where we could top out through next week, possibly an April trade, and rotate off from there. If we do close above 160.49 over the next week or two, we're just a few weeks away from reaching what I consider to be a 3 to 5 month objective still at 172.31. So in terms of Oh, sorry. I'm going to go back to this. In terms of kind of the options trades, right now it is, if you dip into the upper 140s, you could still reach for the 160 out of the money calls that don't expire for at least a few weeks. That is one options trade. Inversely, let's cover the downside actually properly. If we open below 152.17, we can quite easily ease back to 148.87. I'm not expecting it, but I think you should certainly allow it. On the way down, 146.71 likely to contain intraday selling pressures. That is the high of the low from a few days ago. It usually offers decent intraday support. If we break 146.71, then yeah, I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong number here, aren't I? 149.82 is the high of the low from a few days ago. It can contain intraday selling, and if we break 149.82, 148.87 is in reach, where we can place a weekly low yet again, and above which low 160s remain a 1 to 2 week objective. So 152.17 should still offer decent day trade potential. Opening above it, we are constructive for the day. Opening below it, you should allow 148.87. Now, if we do close below 148.87, you may liquidate those 160 out of the money calls, especially if they expire inside of a week or two, because I think over the next week or two, we'll probably continue south into the very low 140s, 140 and a quarter. On the way down, we've got 143.41 as a 2 to 3, 3 to 5 day target. And you can see 143.41 is down here. Let's cover the downside a little bit better. In the event things get ugly today, I don't think so, but we're still in this sort of bank failure environment. And if we break 148.87, 146.71 is likely. Breaking 146.71, 145.31 in reach. 145.31 is the low settlement price following the February high. And that was placed a couple of weeks ago. So that level may be in reach today if we break or open below 148.87. I'm going to say if we close below 148.87, though, it would be 145.31 that I would expect tomorrow. 143.41 probably by Friday's close, where we can certainly place a daily low. These levels are often considered, in my book, weekly support levels. But when you combine the fact that we closed below perhaps this rising 2/3 speed line, I do think you need to make way for 140 and a quarter, which is once again this long-term channel top here. So once again, closing below 148.87, play the short side. That could mean reaching for 140 out of the money puts that don't expire for at least a week. I'd go a few weeks out on that at least, where profits can be taken if we test 140 and a quarter. And if we test 140 and a quarter, you could then once again reach for 160 out of the money calls that don't expire for at least a few months, so forth and so on. But right now, I'll say it one more time, we are constructive. Through the week and through the rest of March, above 148.87, expecting the low 160s. Inversely, if we close below 148.87, we have a good high through next week, and over that time frame, we should fall into the low 140s, where a low can be placed. I'll mention that one more time. We can bottom out at 140 and a quarter, not only through April, but even into the third quarter, and turn higher again from there. I think I'm just going to leave you with this image to sort of underscore the importance of 148.87. And I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with Thursday's Apple Report. Please click like, subscribe, check out wickedstocks.com, and make use of that coupon code LUCKY2023. You have a nice evening.